when you have a film like this, you know that the production value, like, you obviously, it's big, and so you're asking a studio to make this huge investment in, you know, an original idea, and it's a risk in...
The whole world will be watching. We can't afford to lose to the Russians.
Romantic comedies and dramedies feel like something from the past, you know, especially if they are original stories. There are a lot of nostalgia around these kind of stories and narratives. So for me, I think that Fly Me to the Moon is a huge risk, but something that we as part of the audience need to see on the biggest screen, you know, more original stories with this production design, this cinematography, the costume, the actors, because I think it's a great movie and we need to see these kind of stories. So I would like to know, was taking this story, it was more a decision you made as an actress or as a producer?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely, you know, you have to, I couldn't have done this film, you know, at this level, like, without Channing. You know, you need somebody, to have a two-hander like that, you need somebody else that can carry it, because it is so risky. And you definitely, like, any studio is, it's an investment you don't know. Like, you hope that people will go and see something. There's definitely like an education piece that comes with like an original idea that you don't have the same, you know, process when you're doing a remake or a sequel or something like that. And so you know, for me, being able to have Channing do it with me was like I couldn't have done it without him. When you have a film like this, you know that the production value, like, you obviously, it's big, and so you're asking a studio to make this huge investment in, you know, an original idea, and it's a risk. But as a producer, you think, like, this is what people should, you know, this is what, like, not should, people, I think, want original ideas. I think it's worthy to, like, it's a worthy pursuit. And so, you know, you do it, and then you know, you hope that you bet on yourself, and you hope it was a good bet, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't
know.
You can't win anything big without betting on yourself and betting big. Excuse me? What are you doing here?
I tracked you down because I felt we had a connection.
What?
I'm joking. I work here now to sell the moon.
When we talk about the space race and the moon landing and the Cold War, the conversation is on a big scale, you know? But what I love about this movie is how this gigantic event affected individuals. You know, it always felt personal and intimate through your characters. And for me, it's very, very important to see that part of the story, not as an achievement for a country or a society or an institution, but for people, you know?
When we talk about these giant events in history, you know, for the world, like, you think it's hard to kind of go really myopic and think of, like, the people that really had to do it, you know, and I think because it's the only way to really relate to these big things, you know, otherwise it's just too big to understand. You know, I still can't understand what it would have been like to try to go to the moon. Like, with that technology that they had, I just can't do it. I'd have been like, no, it's not possible. Let's just pick a different thing to go do first. But then when you really get into, like, these individuals and these people and their life experiences, and why these people were really the people to, like, do these unimaginable things, and that's the way that I think you really can, like, go on this, like, fantastical ride, is to get to know the individual people that were really having the hands and like making it happen.